They say the seas remember every scream, every bite taken, and every soul claimed. In the everlasting sea of blood, that memory has grown monstrously vivid. Chu Feng, sensing the unnatural calm before calamity, watches as Little Fishy devours her raw fish with uncanny delight, oblivious to the horror brewing at the sea's center. A hurricane that pierces the skies churns mercilessly, swallowing cultivators of every rank, including familiar faces. And yet, Qiushui Fuyan has not appeared. Beneath the turbulent waves, the ocean floor hides thousands bound by water grasses, stripped of power, trembling above a bed of bones. Each echo of that monstrous creak draws closer, promising unspeakable terror. What awaits Chu Feng, and who will survive the monster's feast? This is Recap Martial God Asura Chapter 613-614. In the shadowed depths of the everlasting sea of blood, a peculiar scene unfolded, one that would make even the bravest hearts pause. There, a young girl named Little Fishy sat cross-legged, delicately holding a raw fish in her small hands. Her motions were precise, almost ritualistic. Chu Feng, standing nearby, watched her with a mix of curiosity and bewilderment. "Little Fishy, why do you prefer your fish raw?" he asked. "Let me cook it for you. The aroma of a roasted fish is far more enticing." Little Fishy's bright eyes met his, and she shook her head so swiftly it was as if to dispel any doubt. "Not yummy, not yummy," she murmured, then, with a mischievous tilt of her head, raised the raw fish and proclaimed, "This is yummy." Without hesitation, she took a bite, the soft smacks of her lips echoing lightly across the quiet sea. And strangely, Chu Feng felt no revulsion at her actions. Instead, there was an odd charm in the way she ate, so innocent and so alluring, that it drew envy from even the most hardened observers. Yet, beneath his fascination, a question stirred within him. Little Fishy thrived on raw sustenance, could endure on nothing but seawater. Could she, perhaps, be connected to the monstrous entity that had recently roused chaos across these waters? A sudden sound shattered his thoughts. G. It arose from the very center of the everlasting sea of blood. At first, it resembled the groan of an old wooden bed swaying in a storm, or perhaps the deep rumble of some colossal creature. Most would dismiss it as a trick of the ear, but to those attuned to the subtle currents of the world, it was a sound that made the hairs stand on end, a prelude of terror. Yeah! The big monster's here again! It's going to feast on people! Little Fishy's voice rang out, brimming with excitement. She paused her meal, her tiny hands still clutching the fish. "Big brother, let's go watch it eat!" Chu Feng's brow furrowed. "Little Fishy, what are you saying? This noise, it's made by that monster." Her response was a light giggle, almost playful. "Monster? Yes, a monster that devours people. Every time it appears, it makes this sound, and afterward many are taken." To her, the plight of those snatched by the beast seemed a spectacle, not a tragedy. But Chu Feng's heart tightened. He bent down, his voice firm. "Little Fishy, stay here. Do not follow me, and under no circumstances approach the monster. Understand?" Her joyful expression dimmed slightly, but she nodded, sitting squarely upon the spirit formation he had woven. Though her glare hinted at rebellion, her actions betrayed obedience, and she returned to her raw feast. Satisfied with her compliance, Chu Feng launched into the air, wings of energy carrying him swiftly toward the epicenter of the everlasting sea of blood. He did not seek the seawater for cultivation. Such shallow resources were beneath him. No, his purpose was far weightier. He sought Qiushui Fuyan, drawn to the scene of the monster's devastation. When Chu Feng arrived, his breath caught. The calm expanse of the sea had been transformed into a maelstrom. A hurricane tore through the air and sea alike, its vortex twisting violently. Within its spiral, countless cultivators were swept away, drawn into the gaping maw of a supersized whirlpool. Chu Feng recognized faces among the flailing, the fair-faced man, the wild big man, and even the venerable rank 3 martial lord. All struggled in vain. Their might was null against the tempest, and one by one they were swallowed. "So powerful," Chu Feng whispered, fear threading his voice. Even he, unshaken by ordinary perils, dared not approach. The hurricane's force was a cruel testament. No being below rank 5 martial lord could hope to resist. A single step too close and they would vanish like mist before dawn. Yet, amidst the chaos, Chu Feng searched. Where was Qiushui Fuyan? She should have arrived before him, ready to confront the monster. His eyes darted across the swirling masses, scanning for her presence. Then, with a thunderous roar, the hurricane expanded violently. Within moments, it engulfed the entire expanse of 10 million meters. Chu Feng's instincts screamed danger. He pivoted, fleeing, but the speed of the storm outpaced him. A wave of unimaginable heights slammed down, knocking him into darkness. His consciousness spiraled away, leaving him to a void as deep as the sea itself. Time lost all meaning. Slowly, consciousness returned, and Chu Feng's eyes opened to a haunting sight. He was at the seabed, yet the water above him had vanished, revealing a grotesque clearing beneath the waves. Around him were thousands of cultivators, bound by thick, twisting water grasses. The weakest were in the heaven realm, yet even the mighty, including 3 martial lords, were helpless. Most were unconscious, their murmurs of panic filling the eerie silence. Those awake cried out, some in desperate pleas, some in choking sobs, and beneath their feet, bones. A pale sea of bones, evidence of countless cultivators recently slain, their source energy utterly drained. Chu Feng struggled against the water grasses, but found his strength stolen. He was not alone. Everyone in this grotesque prison had been rendered powerless. Only then did the truth become clear. The area was a formation, a cunning trap that nullified all cultivation. Without power, they were as fish on a chopping board, awaiting the monster's inevitable feast. From the distance, the dreadful sound returned, closer now. The monster's presence loomed, an unstoppable force within a circle 10 million meters in circumference, a radius stretching roughly 1,600 kilometers. Chu Feng's heart hammered. Within this boundless sea, salvation was a whisper, and death prowled as the master of all. In the shadow of a moonless night, a sound tore through the air, sharp, unnatural, a shriek that seemed to claw at the souls of all who heard it. Fear erupted like wildfire among the crowd, their screams layering upon one another, echoing against the darkness. Even those who had long succumbed to unconsciousness stirred, awakened by the terror that now ruled the land. The air itself thickened, heavy with a malignant energy that seemed to slither through the bones of all present. Amid the chaos, Chu Feng's gaze sharpened, piercing through the veil of shadows toward the source of that sound. There, from a corner swallowed by darkness, a figure began to emerge. Towering at over 2 meters, its body seemed entwined with writhing water grasses. Its form blurred and shifting, yet 2 pools of crimson light glared out, eyes that seemed to see not just flesh, but the soul itself. Though outwardly it lacked the grotesque deformities of a monstrous beast, the aura it exuded froze the blood of even the most battle-hardened cultivators. A rank 5 martial lord, cruel and merciless, had entered their midst. The creature moved slowly, as if savoring the symphony of terror, until it stopped before a middle-aged man. Its gaze, cold as the deepest void, fell upon him. In that instant, a faint radiance bloomed around the man, lifting him off the ground. He hovered, trembling like a leaf in a storm, drawn inexorably toward the monstrous presence. "Don't kill me, please! I have a family. My parents, my wife, my son. I cannot die." The man's voice broke into a desperate wail, a litany of pleading that fell on ears incapable of mercy. A deafening howl split the air. The monster ignored his cries and unleashed a visible aura of absorption. The air thickened, twisting and warping around the man, drawing every essence of his being toward it. His scream morphed into something inhuman, a ghastly wail like a spirit being torn from the mortal plane. Every eye bore witness in horror. First the skin, then flesh, then the meridians. And finally, the bones alone remained before the monstrous force dissipated. Not a trace of source energy lingered. His existence was utterly erased. The nightmare did not relent. A woman nearby was seized next, her cries swallowed in the same instant of horror. One by one, dozens fell under the monster's hand, their lives refined into nothingness, their agony a testament to cruelty beyond comprehension. Even seasoned warriors, battle-scarred and fearless, found their courage shattered, some fainting from the sheer spectacle of suffering. Chaos threatened to consume the survivors. Minds teetered on the brink of collapse as the method of the monster became horrifyingly clear. First the skin, then the flesh, and finally, the very essence of life itself was stripped away. Despair drove some to madness, to the point of surrendering to death, yet even that escape was denied. They could only await annihilation. Then, amid the mounting terror, A subtle voice reached Chu Feng's mind, a mental message, sharp and urgent, and undeniably real. The old man of the immortal execution archipelago, a rank 3 martial lord, spoke without ceremony. "Boy, if you wish to live, come here quietly. I have a way." Chu Feng's eyes darted, catching sight of the old man's companions. The wild, towering man and the fair-faced cultivator, drawing near in stealth. Even stripped of much of their power, they still wielded the ability to send thoughts across distances. Without hesitation, Chu Feng responded. "What method? Tell me first." "Are you a world spiritist?" the old man inquired, voice calm but urgent. "Answer yes or no. Only then can I save you." "Yes," Chu Feng replied firmly. "Then move. Quickly. Hesitate, and we all die," came the warning. The old man's gaze swept over a black-haired elder in a world spirit blue cloak, whose cultivation had long surpassed the 9th level of the heaven realm. Chu Feng understood. The old man was transmitting instructions to the world spiritist, the key to activating a method that could turn the tide. With the moment stretching thin and danger imminent, Chu Feng melded silently into the group, concealing himself as he approached the 3 figures. Others followed, hidden, their presence revealed only by the latent spirit power they now wielded. "Listen carefully," the rank 3 martial lord instructed, producing a small awl etched with intricate symbols. "This treasure can shatter the formation that binds us, but it demands a channeling of spirit power. Time is short. That monster refines its victims one by one, yet in its strength, it could consume us all within 2 hours. We must act, without hesitation. Channel your spirit power into this artifact. Do it now, or we die." Though doubt gnawed at him, Chu Feng recognized the urgency. Around him, other world spiritists began pouring their energies into the awl, their spirit power weaving into the relic's intricate runes. Whether friend or foe, it was now the only path to survival, and the only hope that the monstrous martial lord's reign of terror could be halted, even if only for a moment. The night trembled under the weight of their combined power, and Chu Feng braced himself. In the midst of darkness and despair, one chance remained: to unite, channel, and defy the inevitability of death